Happy Friday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl with a new message for us for this week. Wow. Okay. I don't even know where to start, you guys. I have a lot to talk about. So this is probably going to be a long video. Lots of downloads and information that I've been receiving, and a full reading we're going to do. I want to start by thanking and welcoming the 3,000 or over 3,000 new subscribers to the tribe. Welcome you guys. It is such a pleasure to have your energy with us, and to continue to grow this family. And there is some very important, significant reasons for this big influx to the tribe right now energetically. So I'm going to get to all of these explanations, but thank you all for being here. Thank you all for sharing your energy, for liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos, the daily card reads on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, for reaching out for sessions with me, for readings, for spiritual guidance, for healing sessions. Thank you guys so very much. And for all of your beautiful comments. I do want to say the last two videos, the one before the last one, I just want to say we had over 1,100 comments. I have done my best, my absolute best to answer or acknowledge everybody's comments. I always try to. I want you guys to know that if I missed anybody, it was not intentional. And I really did my best to try to address everybody who reached out on the last video and the one before that. But there was like 1,100 or more comments, and the other one had like over 400. It's just been, it was crazy, and I couldn't even keep up, and I did my best. So if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I love you guys. It was very unintentional, so please, please understand that. Okay, so you guys, we are coming into the new moon partial solar eclipse in Capricorn tomorrow, January 5th and 6th, depending on, I guess, where you are in the world. So I guess, all right, so I have a bunch of notes because there was a lot of stuff that Spirit directed me to speak about today. So, all right, so let me talk about that first, I guess. Okay, so this solar eclipse, let's talk about the solar eclipse. And it is in Capricorn, like I said. And this is the first of 5 eclipses that we will be having this year. And oddly enough, or fortuitously enough, 3 of those eclipses are in the sign of Capricorn. So this is, we are coming into, with this first eclipse at the beginning of the year being in Capricorn, about 18 months of this very, very heavy, or not, I shouldn't even say heavy, of this heavy emphasis on the Capricorn energy. So from now until 18 months from now, which takes us halfway through 2020, we are going to be very much in a Capricorn energetic emphasis in our lives. And what does all of that mean? First of all, it means we're going to be very deeply grounded, very focused on the physical, our physical, tangible worlds. It's a real, it's a very deep energy of a call to action, time to get things done. Again, Capricorn is about practicality, logic, structure, and action. Really getting a firm, grounded stance to build upon your structure. We are talking about making some very, very tangible changes to our world right now, to ourselves, to our world as a global, as well as our world in our own personal lives. What's very interesting about this energy in Capricorn is these are bringing up changes of things that have been sort of like nagging at us, that we know we've needed to change for quite some time now. And the things that haven't really been working for us, that we've kind of seen all along, like this just doesn't work, but we've kind of settled and gone with the flow just to go with the flow. But we've seen that our lives have become very out of balance in some ways, and it's anything that kind of keeps us from being balanced in our happiness. that we are being moved, motivated, working toward changing right now. So our goal in this energy is to make tangible changes to achieve more happiness and more balance in our lives right now. So that is what we are moving toward in this Capricorn energy. This is calling for us to really stand in a place of honesty and integrity with our feelings, and in expressing those feelings to others. We are being asked, as I said, to take a call to action. But that means a proactive call to action, not a reactive call. We are being asked to be, proactive. Tackle things before they become big issues, to be able to solve problems before they actually even become problems. So standing in a place of making our lives simpler, smoother, and in balance. I mean, this is what we're coming into, is this real important energy of balance. Now, a lot of times the Capricorn energy can be somewhat rigid because it is so structured and so practical and logically based. But the beauty of this Capricorn energy is that it's being balanced by Cancerian energy. And the Cancerian energy that is balancing this Capricorn energy is that of the feminine. So the Capricorn energy is very masculine energy, where the Cancer energy, the Cancerian energy, is much more feminine energy. It is the nurturing, it is the mothering. It is that warm, fuzzy womb kind of space, where the masculine energy is a little more like boom, 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 let's get things done, da 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 da. And so these energies are balancing each other beautifully, with allowing us to bring now this balance into our lives. So this is what this moon is about. So when you are setting your intentions for the new moon cycle, keep this in mind as you set your intentions. What is it that you know in your life that hasn't really been working the way you want it to work, and maybe making you feel a little scattered or out of balance or not happy, not fulfilled? And what can you do to make changes toward coming more into balance, feeling more fulfilled, feeling happier throughout your life, throughout your day-to-day activities, and so on? Okay, so that's the moon, the eclipse. It has been shown to me that this is going to, obviously, these energies of the new moons and the eclipses impact us all greatly. But the masculine, the divine masculine, are really going to be feeling this energy hard, okay? So a lot of the divine feminine need to best to kind of hold that space right now, because if your masculine's getting hit hard with a lot of heavy energy, you are going to feel some of that. So keep that in your awareness, divine feminine, but you don't have to take it on as your own. And I just want you guys to remember that. Now, most of us are pretty far enough on our journey that we understand how to manage these energies when this happens, and how to identify, is it mine, is it his, is it his, hers, whoever your divine counterpart is. So come back to that base of getting in check when you do start to feel some of the intensity, divine masculine and feminine, to is this mine? How much of this is mine? What am I being asked to look at right now? Because we are clearing this. This is a very, very important clearing cycle for us. And it is pushing us to this tremendous shift that has happened and is continuing to happen, that I'm going to start explaining next, I think. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So I think, so I do want to talk about, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out my notes here. Okay, so there's something, we need to talk about our vessels for a moment, because part of this ascension process and upgrading that is going on is upgrading of our physical vessels, our bodies. And our bodies are being prepared for union, in addition to, you know, ascension and everything else, right? And clearing and all the things we're doing. But our vessels are needing to be able to hold the energetic vibration in a balanced way of what union is, okay? So that means that we need to be able to balance these energies in order to bring in our unions within ourself, within our body. We need to be able to handle now. And if you've been in contact with your twin ever on your journey, you understand what it is like. And I mean in physical contact even, and not even necessarily, because I mean people have the same experiences in the 5D space also, but we understand what it feels like when we are in contact with our twin. That energetic flow, there is just so much, right? It is intense, it is powerful, it moves and shakes and quakes and just everything inside of you, right? It just comes up. And so in order to bring in these unions, a key piece to this is being able to hold your own balance for your union energy. And part of this in holding your balance, and this is really important for the divine feminine to understand, because I think that we kind of get swept away more, or have in the past gotten swept up more in all of the energy, the excitement, we kind of get a little they're like showing me, like we kind of get a little spinny sometimes, like a top just spinning out of control. And we've gotten much better at containing the energy as we've been able to clear and heal and do all of these things to make space for this balanced energy to come in. But what's super important is for the divine feminine to understand about the masculine is the divine masculine has been programmed to not respond to the divine feminine when the feminine is not exhibiting her self-love and healthy boundaries in a balanced, energetic way. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. So the divine masculine have been programmed to not respond, meaning not come forward, not respond to messages, not be present in your physical world when the feminine is not exhibiting the highest balanced energy of self-love and healthy boundaries in their lives. So I want you guys to really sit with that for a moment, because if your masculine is still not coming forward in some way, shape, area, whatever, really examine how you are holding your energy. And if you are in this place of full self-love and being able to set healthy boundaries. Because the masculine, you know, being programmed to stay away from the feminine when she's like this will continue to trigger the feminine to have to heal those abandonment, those rejection issues of the masculine not being present, okay? So that will continue to raise the feminine's vibration of self-love and boundaries and all of these beautiful things, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It was just something that I was guided to share. And that, you know, finding a way to balance this energy will bring your union into balance, and your vessel will then be able to hold it, and it all kind of flows together. Okay. Next, I want to talk about the expansion of this tribe and what the significance of that is. So for the longest time, you guys, you know, it's been over 2.5 years that I've been doing this, and our tribe has grown, you know, pretty steadily along that time, and kind of just plateaued there for a while, right? And now we have this huge influx. And what was shown to me is, you know, yes, you can say it's the YouTube algorithms or coincidence, or we all know that it is divinely guided, that we all need to be coming together now for a reason. So I've been spending a lot of time, you know, really asking for guidance as to what the purpose of this is. And it holds multiple purposes. First of all, it is bringing the rest of our tribe home. Okay, so this is home. For those of you who are new here, this is home. This is your soul family. This is where you belong, okay? It's almost like, and I don't want, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. It's like the lost sheep. Like you guys have been looking, or maybe not even looking, because maybe you just found out about all of this, or needed to come back to the twin flame journey because you had been off the path for a while. This is our opportunity to bring the rest of the tribe home, okay? And that includes our divine masculine counterparts. But what else was shown to me in this homecoming, in this growth of the tribe? As we know, we all support each other as the collective, and we are all at different parts and places on our journey. Some are new, some are older, some are young, some are older. We are all, you know, some have done more work, some have not done as much work yet. But we are all walking this path together. And we are doing this together because our energies are meant to support each other. Our roles are all interdependent on each other's roles. We are puzzle pieces that are fitting together. And you can't get to the next part of the puzzle without having all the pieces, okay? So these are the rest of the pieces coming in. And all these pieces coming together are necessary to bring in the unions that are being called for now. So you see, what's going to happen, you guys, is these new members are coming in and adding their energy to the tribe. And by being here, they are helping solidify the foundation of the unions that are ready to come in. That does not mean everyone is coming into union yet. These new members have come in and they are kind of like filling in the pieces that were missing. You know, they're kind of like showing me like when you lay down pavers and they pour the sand in all the holes. We're filling all the holes in order for us to be able to anchor in. So they are anchoring in is what they're showing me. The new members of the tribe are being actually used to anchor in the energies for the union of those souls that are ready to come into union. Now, what that is going to do is as these people come into union, because these people are filling in the spaces and holding the energy, once these unions are in and locked, now these energies, these unions, which create ridiculous amounts of energy, right? Like explosive amounts of energy, can then bring everybody up into their unions. So it's this, I don't know, like I keep seeing like that thing they do where you stand up against a wall and you stand on somebody's shoulders and you stand on somebody's shoulders and then you go up to top of the wall and then you lean over and you pull them over. That, okay? I don't know what the hell that's called. It's like, I can see like a military like boot camp training exercise drill they're showing me. And this is how this works. It's this like human ladder effect. And this is crucial right now for our unions to be able to have everybody in a solid place. Now, so thank you all for coming and answering the call to be here, because you are instrumental in the process of creating not only your own union, but the unions for the rest of the collective. So thank you for being here. We honor you so freaking much, you guys. Okay, so the next thing we need to talk about, and I've talked about this before in a video, I don't know, a couple times, I mean, throughout the years. And we're talking about, you know, the second coming of Christ. And I've discussed that in the past that, you know, as you know, has been spoken, as has been written, the second coming of Christ is not an individual. It is not a physical one being, one human being born as Christ, coming in, incarnating, and coming here to save the world. The second coming of Christ is the twin flames, are the twin flames. It is our unions. It is us being able to awaken and ascend to the Christ consciousness, which is unconditional love, and to bring that down into our 3D worlds. So we can actually ascend without having to physically die as Christ did. So we are opening this channel to be able to be ascended beings and still be in our physical vessels. And this is why this is so important for our physical vessels to be able to contain all of this energy, because this is a lot. So in understanding the basic concept that I just laid out, okay, that we are, the twins are the second coming of Christ, that we are the Christ consciousness that is here to transform humanity, to teach, to live in a place of just love and acceptance and compassion and grace and forgiveness and all of these amazing things, to teach, to live, to learn, to love. With that, okay, comes this beautiful vision that I received. And this vision had to do with our healing. And this again comes back to where we are on the levels. So everything is going to tie in at the end here, guys. So kind of just bear with me. So we are shown that we are all at different levels. We know that, okay? And the waves are gone. We don't go by first, second, and third wave anymore. That's like template got thrown out over a year ago, maybe more than a year ago. But we are at different places on our journey. Granted. And as we are doing our healing, we heal not just for ourselves, but for the collective. So what is happening is the twin flames who are being prepared, are ready for union, this next group, have been able to achieve healing to the depths of what was shown to me is the ultimate, original, first core wound that we have ever experienced. And that was our separation prior to incarnation in this lifetime with our twin. And so I want to talk about this just for a minute, and then we're going to tie it all back around, okay? So a couple weeks ago, I think it was probably right around before, I think it was just right after, actually, I did the video where I cried a lot. Because the reading was so like powerful and personal, and right after that video, I want to say it was like maybe even the next day or two, I was in the shower and I had just this huge energetic heaviness that came over me, and I was in a vision quest, a vision, whatever. I was having a vision. I was completely reliving the original separation that my twin and I experienced before we incarnated. And it was probably, when I tell you, the most painful experience I have ever had in my life. So painful that it took me to my knees, to the floor in the shower with, and I'm gonna get emotional, I'm not gonna cry though, because I don't need to cry, because it's not painful anymore, but it was so painful, you guys. It took me to the floor in the shower with such despair and grief, and anger, and just when I tell you the full spectrum, it was there. And I remembered the whole thing, and my twin telling me, while this experience was going on, that it was okay. We needed to separate, that our souls were going to come back together, that we had a big job to do, and this was the only way we were going to be able to do it, and it would be okay. And it was, honestly, you guys, probably reliving that experience was horrible at the moment, at that time that I was experiencing this, that I was remembering this. But in that time, I was able to let out all of the feelings, the pain, the anger, the hurt, the despair, the depression, the anger, the love, the disappointment, the everything. I was able to release it all that day here as I was clearing it and purging it. And forgive my twin for telling us that we had to do this, for telling me we had to do this for the greater good, because I was like, fuck you. I didn't care about the greater good. I cared about our love. And here we are, we incarnate, right? And so this was a wound. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I am not the only one who had this experience around this same time, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Several of the Divine Feminine that I have spoken to recently have had this same exact gut-wrenching experience of remembering that time when we were forced to separate from our twin, from our beloved as souls prior to this incarnation. So, or prior to any incarnation, I don't even know, okay? The point is that this was shown to me after I came out of all of this. It was shown to me that those Divine Feminine who have been now called to know their union is here and coming, because some of you guys know it's not for a while yet. You haven't been on the journey that long, yada, yada, yada. You still have work to do. But there are those feminine who know. They just know it is coming. They've had every sign and synchronicity in the loudest, clearest form. They're hearing their masculine. They know the signs are there, etc., etc., etc. Those are the feminine I'm speaking to about this, because they are the ones that have cleared all the other wounds to this point. This separation wound was like the final, deepest wound that we carried as the Divine Feminine. And this experience that we had is, in fact, the final wound being purged and healed and cleared. Now, that's not to say that we're all done healing, because, come on, guys, we're human. We're going to have our days, our moments, our times. But the deepest, the heaviest, the hardest stuff, this was the last. The first and the last wound that was created was separation. And this experience that I had and these other women, I don't even want to say women, other Divine Feminines, because blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be a female gender to be a Divine Feminine, etc., etc. The same for a masculine, blah, blah, blah. You guys know this already. But these Divine Feminine who have had this experience that I had also had, they were ready to go back to that place and be able to heal and clear that core wound. What they showed me now with clearing this core wound takes us back to the story of Jesus's resurrection. And clearing this core wound, it was like the boulder in front of the tomb that Jesus was laid in being rolled away. Okay? So this core wound was that boulder that we have cleared. It has now opened the tomb for our rebirth, our resurrection, our full ascension into the higher dimensions, thus allowing the union to take place, okay, in ourselves fully, with our beloved counterpart fully. This union, this boulder, okay, being moved is the symbol of the boulder being moved out of the way for these unions to happen, okay? I'm just looking at my notes to see. Let me see, because I want to make sure I cover everything, you guys. Okay, so, and that's where this ties back in now to the new people who have come for the tribe. Because these divine feminine and masculine who are ready for union, that you have come in to support, that because these unions are going to contain so much energy that you are supporting, that once they come in, now you guys can do this deeper level of healing and ascend to this next level. So in you guys helping us, those who are ready for union, we are then in turn helping you, because we are going to bring you up to your next level, deeper level of healing. So we are healing not just for ourselves, but for the collective. So remember that, you guys, okay? We're not leaving anybody behind on this journey. And I got to be honest, I got to be completely honest with you guys. So when I got this message, initially my ego got a little bit of the best of me, and before this was fully explained to me, and it was like, well, those who are ready for union, who have done all of this super, super hard work and have gone through this separation, remembrance and clearing and purging, are now going to pull up those who haven't been able to do their work successfully to this point. That's what was first shown to me. And so we were kind of like helping the kids who didn't do their homework, you know? And I gotta be honest, you guys, at first, my initial reaction was like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on now. And then, of course, I went, Christine, Shamama, that's fucking ridiculous. This is of love. We are all here to support each other, right? So it makes complete and total sense that if we want to successfully achieve our mission as a whole, okay, we need to do this together. And we need to help each other. And that's where the compassion and the understanding comes in. So my initial ego response that I had was, are you fucking kidding? Like, they didn't do their homework and now I gotta fucking do their homework for them? Didn't I do enough of my own homework? Literally faded in a split second. Literally a split second when I realized, again, that was ego. That was old way of thinking. This is about consciousness, unity, collective consciousness. This is about one love. And I was able to literally apologize, cancel, clear, delete, and apologize for even going there for that moment. And forgiving myself for going there in that moment. Because that's not who I am. And so I realized there was another little piece that I had to go back to remembering, like, oh fuck, this isn't about just my union. Even though I want my union, this is about all of our unions and all of our healing and the greater mission here. And so I'm sharing this with you because I want you to see, like, I'm not perfect all the time, right? I cry, I get mad, I get like pissed over, like, you know, when people sometimes don't do their work. But we're all here to do the work together. And this is me being real with you guys. So I want to share my love and compassion and understanding for those who have had a great amount of difficulty pushing through, doing their healing, and finding their way. And I am in service to you. My heart, my soul is here to help. So just know that we are here for each other, and that I'm going to continue to pour my heart and my soul into getting all of us to the place where we are in union. Okay? Now, let me just see, you guys. I think I explained everything that I needed to explain. Let me just double check. And I hope all of this is making sense to you guys. Yes, 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 yes. That's everything. Those are my notes. Okay. Notes are done. Next. And if there's any questions, you guys, you know, post them. But I think it makes complete sense. You know, we're all here to work together. We're all here to come into union. And we have to do this together. So every time we are helping each other. We're laying the foundations. We're helping each other up. We are going to succeed in this, you guys. I promise. I promise. All right, decks I used. The Lilith Bible Tarot deck and the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Yeah. Now, what's funny is my Lilith deck, I spoke to a beautiful, beloved twin in this community yesterday. And it was funny because she brought up the conversation about Lilith and how she's been working with the Lilith energy lately. And I said, you know, it's really funny because my Lilith deck has been calling to me and I've kind of been like kind of refusing to acknowledge its call, like putting it on, you know, sending it to voicemail. And I pulled, and so after our conversation yesterday, I did pull a pretty in-depth reading that I shared with her about what was going on in the discussion she and I had. And it was really important. And I'm not sharing the full aspects of that reading with you, but there are several cards when I did the reading for us, the bigger part of the collective today, and asking about this new moon and what is happening. A couple of the same cards came out as yesterday, so I'm really happy about that. And this is a super beautiful, simple, very fluid message. That's the other thing I needed to talk about, you guys. Okay, so, oh, well, I can leave it. Fluid, divine feminine. I'm going to go backwards. Sorry, I'm not starting the cards yet, you guys, because Spirit just reminded me of fluid and being fluid. So since New Year's Eve, okay, literally New Year's Eve day, I felt a tremendous shift in the energy around me, in me, all the way around, okay? And I know several others felt this shift. There was this lightness. There was a more happy, pleasant, peaceful energy that literally felt like fluidity. And the divine feminine is being asked and to be in this place of water, in just being fluid. Water just finds its way, right? If there's rocks, it goes around it, through it, over it, it finds its way. If there's dirt, it goes under, it sinks down. Water finds its way. It just goes. This is what the feminine is being asked to remember, to be in the energy of right now. Be fluid and just move with where it's taking you. Because any boulders, any rocks, anything that is getting in the way, boulders, the water gets around, okay? So remember that. Be fluid in your energy right now, divine feminine. Okay, I think that was the last thing I needed to say about that. Okay, back to the reading. Sorry, you guys. Okay, Lilith Bible Tarot and Keepers of the Light. Okay, underlying energies. So we do have two short little storyboards in this whole thing. Underlying energies. First one is the Four of Cups. Okay. Now this Four of Cups, like all the Four of Cups, is this kind of like boredom. Don't really give a fuck what's going on. I'm just sitting under this tree and nothing's happening. I don't even see this big old cup sitting next to me. Just kind of bored, la la la. Life is kind of out of balance and kind of sucks, right? However, what I do see in this card is, you know, there's all this green, right? So, like, there's boredom in what's going on in everybody's lives with love right now, okay? So, to me, it's like, to me, it really just screams of, like, All right, when are we getting on with this thing? You know, the feminine is kind of bored with the journey. There's not a lot happening, or hasn't been a lot happening for many. The masculine is also kind of bored with what's been going on in their current situations, in their current relationships. So there's this underlying energy of boredom that came out with the Wheel of Fortune card, okay? Which means we are moving away from this boredom. This is the end of this cycle. A new cycle is beginning, okay? So we're getting out of this energy of boredom, okay, with this moon, and coming into things progressing, the end of karmic cycles, the end of patterns, and things now moving forward. So I love that, you guys. Now, I'm going to start with the little mini message that was in this reading. And the first part of that, I asked, what is this moon? What is happening with this moon energy, right? And so the first card we got was the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose, okay? So there's that card, and I love it. All purple, you guys. All higher, you know, violet flame transmutation, crown chakra energy, really being open to the divinity, okay? But the intervention and purpose, divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Happiness is your purpose. It's what I was talking about with the Capricorn moon. Finding a happier life, bringing your life into balance, right? Bringing happiness into balance in your life. Well, guess what? This is being divinely directed now. We've been saying this, that the star mothers and this one and that one and these higher souls and beings are coming in to direct the path. Okay, so we are being divinely directed. And I asked, well, who are we being divinely directed by? Like, what is happening? And we got Jesus. Okay, we got Master Jesus. And again, this is that ascension energy. Okay, the divine, the Christ consciousness itself is moving us, and this energy, okay? It says, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So what I wanted to talk about with this was, part of this new moon energy this weekend is bringing up father issues and forgiveness and the need for forgiveness. And that's really what Christ consciousness is about. It's this unconditional love, which means forgiveness for all. And so we are being asked and divinely guided at this time to work toward a place of forgiveness. And anyone who has issues or any potential needed healing to do with their father figures, men in their lives, masculine energies, anything like that, this is the weekend. This moon cycle is the time that this is going to happen. And it is being divinely orchestrated, okay? It is leading us toward our intention and our purpose of happiness, being divinely guided by Jesus himself, okay? To move us into this truthful place. You know, I see all of this blue in this card. It's all truth. It's all about living in our highest truth, you guys, okay? So, and to live in your truth, you have to have forgiveness. Forgiveness for others and forgiveness for yourself. Now, I asked, what is the best advice for the Divine Masculine and Feminine during this moon cycle period, based on what we're going to be working on and experiencing? And we got the Four of Swords, which is rest. And with the Four of Swords, we got charity, prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Okay, these two cards, this is a time of being quiet, going into maybe some hermit mode, some isolation mode, disconnecting from the outside world, and being very much in alignment with the messages and your meditation and your prayers, and allowing all of those to kind of set the base for you. You know, they're showing me spirits like really, you know, all the pink in this charity card. You know, this is the passion, this is the love, the pure love that is flowing through us now, okay? And in allowing it to flow through us, it is helping us get clarity in our thoughts, because swords are about thoughts. So it's time to rest our minds, come into this quiet, still place, purposeful stillness, silence, and really hear our messages so we can listen to where we are being guided. Okay? All right, so that's the little mini message with this reading, okay? Now, I asked for cards for the masculine and the feminine, and I asked, what is the masculine experiencing at this time? What are the lessons? What are we being connected with first at this time? And the masculine, I love this, got Paul the Venetian, okay? And this is experiencing grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you, okay? Paul the Venetian, there you go. He has his big rose across his heart. He's dressed in that beautiful green jacket. This is all about love, okay? And experiencing grace. So the masculine is right now learning what it means to experience grace. This is what is coming in for them at this time, okay? And they are doing it with a very open and blossoming heart and a lot of love, which is absolutely beautiful. Literally, they are being inspired from people around them. I mean, they are really starting to see, and this goes back to last video where the masculine was appreciating the nuances, the little intricacies of the journey. They are starting to really understand what the feminine has gone through all along, in order to come to this place of healing and unconditional love and all of these things. And so this, I feel like, plays into it. Like, they're understanding the grace that was given them. And now they are ready to give that same grace back, or they're being readied to give that same grace back. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful energy, you guys. And again, we're playing, all of these readings play onto each other. And just because I'm starting a new reading this week does not mean that the old one is like done and over with. These are energies that continue to unfold and move and transform. So understand that maybe you're not seeing everything that's happened yet, but it takes time. It all takes time for these energies to shift for such a large collective of people. All right, so the masculine is learning learning to experience grace and inspiration. But in that, they're having more tower moments. And again, we had that last week. More tower moments. They are seeing and feeling the pressure to change things in their physical world. And again, this pressure is continuing to build with this eclipse, with the Capricorn energy, with this desire for a new, fresh start, a new beginning, and to bring their happiness, to bring everyone's happiness into balance. So this is really beautiful. So they're feeling this pressure. And like I said, they're going to continue this. It's a lot going on. They need, a diamond needs pressure, right? To become a diamond. A baby, you need to push pressure to push that baby out, to birth something new. It requires an intense amount of pressure and significant change. And this is what the Divine Masculine is experiencing. The next card we got for the Divine Masculine is, and this is, oh my God, this is the Yahweh card in the Lilith deck. Okay. And this to me literally is like, okay, so to me this stands for the realization of the nakedness in the garden. Okay, this is what this card is about. When they realized they were naked and they had to hide from Yahshua, Adam and Eve, they, did their supposed wrong thing and they ate off the wrong fucking tree and whatever. And they recognized their nakedness. And there was this embarrassment and needing to hide. The masculine is realizing, you know, to me, this is just the error of their past ways of living and how they need this tower moment to change them. Like, they realize the mistakes that they've made. And it's like coming back to, and I hate using the word like repent because it's not a need to repent for, but you know, but these Bible cards get me all in that Bible mode. But it's a, again, like they're coming to me saying like, this is the forgiveness. Like the masculine has seen the error of their ways and are asking now for this forgiveness. Okay? They're asking for this forgiveness. They're wanting this forgiveness. They're wanting to be reconnected to their divinity. They see how far off the path they got, how they lost that connection to the divine. They are experiencing this grace and they're understanding so very much that they, you know, they're ready. They're ready to make these significant changes in their lives. What else? Is there anything else that the Spirit wants to say about this card? What I'm also noticing, you guys, is we've got, and as I go through, we've got a lot of major arcana cards in this spread. And I'll show them all at the end together. But yeah, so this is that, you know, the coming back together, the realization of sinning according to the biblical terms, that things distanced us from our divinity and that changes need to be made. And this is what this tower is. You know, we're making the changes. The divine masculine's making the changes. They're experiencing the grace and the forgiveness because they are going within. Because they are going within. Okay. Divine feminine. You are presenting. You are presenting / your lesson, your goal at this time is the Bridget card. Okay? Inner strength. Move back to wholeness and recognize that you have the power. Okay? I mean, this is very self-explanatory, Divine Feminine. You are really tapping into your inner strength. You are that fire, that passion, keeping the home fire burning. Again, her love, she's all dressed in green. It you know, it mimics Paul the Venetian's attire. Again, green. She's all about heart and love and using her strength to keep that fire burning, using her gifts and her powers to be whole and to keep that fire burning, presenting that fire. Here it is for the Divine Masculine to follow. The next card we got for the Divine Feminine is the Empress card. Eve in this deck, but it is the Empress card, okay? And this is the energy the Divine Feminine is holding right now. You know, the Empress energy. She is abundant. She is beautiful. She is in her glory, shining her light. Right? I mean, she's all in her power. She's intuitive. She's, you know, she's connected to the stars and the earth and the animals and everything. And she's blossoming. And she's beautiful. And this is the Divine Feminine right now. The next card we got for the feminine is the Star. You know, these cards all go together, guys. Again, you know, it reminds me of Bridget. That light, the fire, okay? It's like all of her wishes. She is holding. It's like the Divine Feminine vessel right now is containing all of the energy and radiating all of the energy of the wishes, desires, and strength that she has to bring forth what she wants in this world, which is her union, okay? Which is also part of her own wholeness. So again, everything is not about union, you guys. It is always a journey to ourselves first, okay? It is a journey to our own wholeness. within, and then our unions with our beloved. So like these three cards together, you guys, like I want you just to look at them together, because it's like they're all saying the same thing. It's like divine feminine, use your beauty, use your light, use your heart, use your dreams and your wishes, and just let it shine. Like let it radiate out for the world to see. Be that beautiful example. Okay? Now, for the union cards. As to what does all of this mean? Like, where are you taking us from here, Spirit? And the first card we got was expect miracles. The Holy Spirit. Okay? And literally they showed me that the heart of Christ consciousness, it's true, is delivering us, is delivering the Holy Spirit to us. Okay? Delivering the Holy Spirit to us and telling us to expect these miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit has your back. So this is so beautiful. So they're asking, the union energy needs to be for the masculine and the feminine to expect miracles, because they're coming. Because everything is being divinely directed, guys. Remember that. Okay? So with this expect miracles, I said, well, what are we expecting? And we got the Ace of Wands, which is the eagle bringing in the one fiery wand. The new beginning in passion. Passionate new beginnings. Okay? Passionate new beginnings coming in. Expect this to happen. With this, we've got the Temperance, which is also the Archangel Michael card in this deck. Okay? And Archangel Michael's got his 2 cups. And as we know, what does the Temperance card do? The Temperance card is the exchanging back in water, the mixing, the alchemy of the 2 cups. So what do we get with that Michael card, you guys, but the 2 of Cups? Again, showing the divine, Archangel Michael, doing what he needs to do energetically for the twins, for the divine masculine and feminine's union to come into the physical world. Okay? Here are the 2 cups. Here are the 2 of Cups. Michael is working. The divine is working, mixing the alchemy to bring things into balance for this beautiful union between the divine masculine and feminine. The next card we get on this is, and what is this card in the regular tarot? Hang on. The Sun. Oh my God. Okay. It's the Sun card. And to me, this screamed of the Lion King movie. Okay. This is the being birth. This is birthing this union, this 2 of Cups energy into the physical world. Okay. And it literally reminded me of the Lion King when Rafiki holds up Simba, you know, delivers the baby for all to see. Well, this bull, this Taurus energy, and again, it's an earth energy, which is Capricorn is an earth sign. This earth energy is delivering this baby for all to see. This is the celebration of the rebirth of this love, of this coming together, of this union, of this new passionate beginning, okay, of the miracles that we are expecting. And this leads us to the very last card, which is the 10 of Pence, the 10 of Pentacles. This is full fulfillment in the physical world in all areas of your life, okay? This is love, this is money, this is abundance, this is everything flourishing around you, okay? So, I mean, come on, you guys. That's like beautiful. So now I want to just pull out, because we've got a lot of major arcanas, like I said. So the major arcanas we have in this reading are the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower. What the heck is this card? Hang on. Let me just see what the actual name of this card is. 1 second, you guys. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, duh. Okay. Okay. So we have the Tower. No, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Tower. We've got the Hierophant. That's what the Yahweh card is, the Hierophant, okay? We've got the Empress. We've got the Star. We've got Temperance. And we have the Sun. I can't even hold all these cards, okay? But look at this, you guys. Look at all of these major arcanas that we have in this reading, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana cards. That's like half the reading, you guys. So to me, this says, you know, these are some pretty big, dramatic changes and shifts in energy that are happening. So remember that these take time to come about into fruition. So, and they're going to be very powerful, very, very powerful energies. So the end story, you guys, is we end up with our 10 of Pentacles. And we know that, and we need to have faith in that. So I am going to wrap this up because I think I'm already over an hour, and I know it's hard to listen to me for over an hour, you guys. So have a beautiful, great new moon eclipse in Capricorn this weekend. If you guys need anything, readings, guidance, whatever, check out my Etsy shop for all the amazing products and the oracle cards that I made. To purchase anything, sessions, whatever, I'm here for you guys. So I am sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls. I love you guys so very much, and mwah, we'll talk again soon. Bye.